everybody.
Yo.
Welcome to the Wrestling Through the Years podcast. I'm the armchair QB1 Dizzle, and I'm here with Dr. Evil, Dutchie. And I'm here with the man that puts the E in eccentric, Eric.
What's up?
And C Money's in the building.
Yo.
Hey, Shawnee boy.
We got Sean in the comments. What up, dog? We miss you. We're here for a special episode called, and this is for all like the legends that watch our show sometimes, and some of the older folks that hate the armchair quarterbacking might want to sit this one out.
I didn't send it to any of them.
Because this is complete armchair quarterbacking and what we would do if we were in charge of whatever. And there's a lot of people that hate that type of shit because they're like, wait. You're fat. You can't, like, I know I'm fat. I know I would suck. But, no one could do what Triple H did. But no one could, like, really totally take that position. But it's fun to fantasy book. It's always been and it always will be. And that's what we're going to do, goddammit. So this is our 5-year plan for our respective companies. I have the WWE right now, my 5-year plan for it. Eric's got his for AEW, All Elite Wrestling, his baby. Cleneth has NXT, so Cleneth's in charge of the youth. And Dutchie is going to be resurrecting WCW from the ground and going from 2001 to 2006.
So I'm traveling back in time.
And if WCW never sold and they brought Doug in as creative director, this is what happens.
You know, I was 15 at the time.
Really?
Yeah.
That's crazy. That's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
All right. You guys ready to do this? I'll go first. Set the tone. What we're each going to do is I'm going to do my first year. And I put a lot more detail in my early shit, and then as later in the week as it became an outline for the other stuff. So we're all going to go through our first year and what we would do, and then we'll probably have each guy do their other 4.
Okay.
All right. So the first year for my 5-year plan. The first thing I'm doing, and I'm starting at SummerSlam with the matches, but the first thing I'm doing is pulling WrestleMania out of Saudi Arabia and taking it to New Orleans, where it should have been in the goddamn first place.
Yeah.
So, no offense, but that's just what I'm doing. Eric better not fold the company. Oh, he will. He's going to be easy with the cash. Eric's aren't good in charge of wrestling companies. Eric's don't do well in that. You and Bischoff. I'm just kidding. But yeah, so we're going to New Orleans. We're launching a video game called the Monday Night Wars since we own WCW, and we're going to sign fucking Sting to a Legends deal so he can be in the game. And we're going to have a Monday Night War style video game, Doug. And it's going to be
Sean smells embezzlement.
Yeah, that's definitely happening. But let's go to SummerSlam 2026. My 5-year plan is really focused on keeping the superstars, but building up the guys that are trying to build. Up until this, I only play by their rules with the pay-per-views up until WrestleMania, and then after that, no more night 2 events.
Yeah.
2-night events, and it's just 1-night events. And we're bringing back retro shit like Fatal 4-Way and fucking TLC and pay-per-views like that. And Bad Blood, even though that came back recently. But all the classic pay-per-views that we love. And even some that we hate. We might bring back Great Balls of Fire with that testicle logo. All right. SummerSlam 2026. The first match on the card. CM Punk comes back and he teams with Seth Rollins.
Oh, boy.
To take on Braun Breaker and Theory for the tag championships. Bronson Reed comes back and Theory and Breaker win. Oh, my God. Trick Williams versus Ricky Saints for the U.S. Championship. Trick Willie goes over because fuck Ricky Saints. Tiffany Stratton versus Jade for the U.S. champ. Jade becomes the new U.S. champ. It is no longer Tiffy time. Then we have Penta and Gable versus Ethan Page and Rusev. And Penta and Gable get the W because Gable respects luchadors now, doesn't he?
Yeah, yes, he does.
Then we have a fatal four-way elimination for the WWE Championship with Carmelo, Cody, Sammy, and Gunther, which Cody gets the George W. And we have Liv Morgan and Io Sky for the Women's World Championship, which Io wins the title and Roxanne Perez turns on the Judgment Day.
Back time.
And I'm ignoring like with their current King of the Ring canon, and obviously Io won the Queen of the Ring.
Yeah.
Night 2, Oba versus Brock Lesnar in a steel cage. And Oba wins in like 3 minutes and beats the shit out of him, and Brock was really retired. And then we have a 6-man with the Bloodline versus the MFTs. But Royce Keys comes, helps the MFTs, and joins them.
Okay.
So Royce Keys is in the group now. Then we have Sol Ruka and Stephanie Vakir for the Women's Intercontinental Championship. Sol Ruka gets the W, Dutchie.
All right.
Rhea Ripley, Charlotte, and Alexa for the Women's Championship. Rhea gets the W. We have a TLC for the Women's Tag Belts. Lyra and Bayley win.
There you go.
Your girls.
Uh-huh.
Then Obafemi, after facing Brock Lesnar in the first match of the card, he faces Roman Reigns in the main event because he won King of the Ring. And he beats Roman and wins the title. So Obafemi has the most dominant SummerSlam performance of all time with destroying Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns in one night.
Roman doesn't look like a Wayne's brother.
No, he doesn't. He was in Scary Movie. The next night, Braun Breaker hands his tag belt to Bronson, and then he beats the shit out of all of Division, including Paul Heyman, and he leaves the group. All right. Money in the Bank time. I'm skipping over Saturday night's main event and shit. There's going to be a lot of skipping around through this deal. We have Cody versus Sammy. If Sammy loses, he can never challenge for the belt again, and Sammy loses. So fuck Sammy. Trick Williams versus a returning Randy Orton for the U.S. title.
All right.
Trick Willie gets the W. R-Truth and Damian beat Kit Wilson and The Miz for the SmackDown Tag Championships. Braun Breaker beats up Austin Theory in seconds. The Women's Money in the Bank match, Chelsea Green wins.
Oh, a lot of people love that.
And you have Liv and Roxanne there to continue that feud and shit.
Mm-hmm.
We have Obafemi versus Rusev for the Undisputed Championship. And Obafemi beats the fuck out of him. Solo beats Roman.
Okay.
And in the Men's Money in the Bank, LA Knight wins the Money in the Bank. And a match with Penta Javon and Ethan Page. And Carmelo and Drew. And
good.
After the match, Chad Gable fucks over Penta and beats the shit out of him. Penta's about to get the briefcase, and Gable hits him with a low blow.
Oh.
So Gable's officially turns on Penta.
Sean just said Chelsea Green for president.
She could be president of my bedroom. No offense to Cardonia. I give him a push later, so he'll be fine.
Oh, by the way, I don't know if I don't know. Did Chelsea Green ever become a U.S. citizen?
I don't know. She's hot
because she can't run for president if she's not a U.S. citizen because she is Canadian.
All right, boys. That is hilarious. What do you think so far?
So far, so good.
Better than Triple H's booking? She doesn't have to. No, she doesn't, Doug.
Better than Triple H.
Man.
That's fine by me.
I have some question marks, though.
All right, what's your questions? Let me answer them, Cleneth.
Well, it's not question marks. I'm thinking, as young a talent as Javon Evans is, I would have had him win Money in the Bank or something like that.
Not already. I'm going to push the kid. Don't worry. He's in my vision, all right? He's in the fucking – from my SmackDown 6, even though it's not SmackDown. Because after WrestleMania, spoiler alert, we're going to unify some belts, and we're making SmackDown the B show again. And Raw's the A show with one undisputed title. But that's just where we're
The
going.
B show? I don't see – yeah, okay.
That's how I like fucking wrestling. It's too confusing with two fucking. When they first did it, I liked having the WCW belt, and it was cool. When they unified it and they had that one cool looking title, I thought it should have stayed unified for the history of wrestling. I thought creating another one was just kind of, especially for Triple H to just hold it forever. I did not love it. Was cool in some instances because it gave guys like Booker T and JBL and some guys and maybe even Eddie. Like, I like brand splits for stuff like that to get guys a world championship that might not get there if there was only one. But I love the prestige of just having one champion. There's something sick about that. That's the one thing I'll give AEW. Even though they got 100 belts too, there's one world champion. All right.
Well, I want to know how long that would have been if CM Punk never had done what he done.
Well, yeah, they were going to have another belt. That's true. You're right. All right. Penta versus Gable Intercontinental Championship.
And this is what, Survivor Series?
Yes.
Okay.
You ready?
Yep.
Gable wins the title.
It's probably about time.
Gable finally becomes a champion, and he beats Penta's ass. All right. We have Io versus Liv versus Roxanne versus Raquel and the kind of the destruction of the Judgment Day. Fatal 4-way for the Women's World Championship. Io comes out on top. Then we have we got Oba Femi versus Seth Rollins for the World Championship.
Okay.
Oba takes the W. We have Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed in a tables match, and Braun wins. Not Bronson, just Braun. Trick Williams beats Carmelo Hayes in a U.S. title match. We have Rhea Ripley versus JC Jane for the WWE Championship, which Rhea goes over. Cody Rhodes versus CM Punk for the WWE Championship. And I have Cody finally turning heel. He cheats and he uses the belt to win. And that's how he turns heel. And it's like a simple heel turn. And then he comes out the next night and denounces the fans and denounces Punk and says he's done faking it and he's going to be who he really is, a piece of shit. And and it's going to be a nice, simple heel turn for now. But he beats CM Punk, and he's a heel now. And then we have Bloodline versus MFTs, which I would have changed the name, but I couldn't think of a different name. I was thinking of the Regulators, but that has to be something else.
Yeah.
Bloodline versus the losing group disbands, and the Bloodline wins. So the MFTs are no longer.
Thank fucking God.
And
MFTs give me gas.
After Survivor Series, Braun Breaker has been going nuts, beating everybody up as a babyface. But he's been like the ultimate babyface. But people love him, but he's kicking everybody's ass. At the Royal Rumble, we have Stephanie Vaquer winning the Women's Royal Rumble. We have Oba Femi beating Joe Hendry for the World Championship. We have the War Raiders versus Theory and Reed. And Theory and Reed keep on to the titles. We have Sol Ruka versus Maxine Dupree for the Intercontinental Championship. Sol Ruka takes the W. We have Cody Rhodes and Braun Breaker for the WWE Championship. And Braun wins.
Wow.
Braun wins the title. And even though he just turned Cody heel, he loses the belt. And then Adam Pearce comes out and says, Braun, you were number one. Like, even though I didn't know you were going to win the title tonight, you were already in the Royal Rumble. Stay out here because you're number one. And so he just stays out in the ring, and then the Royal Rumble happens, and Braun Breaker ends up winning the Royal Rumble. So now he's the fucking WWE champion, undisputed, but technically not. And he won the Royal Rumble, so he's going to challenge against Oba at WrestleMania, and that's how we're going to unify the belts. And we're going to get Braun versus Oba, title versus title. At Elimination Chamber, nothing crazy happens. Sol Ruka loses the Intercontinental Championship to Liv Morgan. And there are title match Elimination Chambers, but Braun and Oba both eat up both of them and get all the eliminations to build up this super fight. Now I'm going to end this at WrestleMania and stop giving this sermon. Liv Morgan versus Roxanne Perez, Women's Intercontinental Championship, night one. Roxanne wins.
Very good.
Babyface win. And then we have Matt Cardona versus Gunther. If Matt loses, he retires. And I give Matt Cardona a WrestleMania moment and he beats Gunther. Triple H would shoot me in the head. And then we have Randy Orton versus a returning Kevin Owens. Randy gets the win, though. We have Seth Rollins versus Roman Reigns.
You should have Kathy Kelly turn on Kevin Owens in the match.
We have Seth Rollins and Roman, and Rollins wins again.
Okay.
Then we have a women's tag TLC with Blake Monroe and Jordan Grace versus Alexa and Charlotte versus Bayley and Lyra versus Tiffy and Chelsea. And Alexa and Charlotte win the belts back.
Okay, very good.
Then LA Knight versus Ethan Page. Winner gets LA Knight's briefcase. And LA Knight wins. Then we have a women's triple threat to unify the women's world championships with Rhea, Io Sky, and Stephanie Vicker. And Io Sky wins.
All right, very good.
Rhea still can't get past her. On night 2, Gable and Javon Evans for the Intercontinental Championship. And Javon Evans wins the champion. So there you go, Clint. I'm giving the kid a fucking push. He's the Intercontinental Champion, for God's sakes. Sol Ruka and Julia versus Becky and Maxine. Maxine turns heel.
Okay.
And Sol Ruka and Julia win. We have R-Truth and Priest versus Theory and Reed to unify the tag titles. Damian Priest turns on R-Truth.
You had to see that coming.
Yeah, he gives him a South of Heaven or whatever the fuck it's called. And Theory and Reed win. Trick Willie versus Drew McIntyre for the U.S. title. And Drew wins it.
All right.
So Trick Willie takes a big loss. Bianca versus Jade, U.S. Championship. A returning Bianca, but she loses. Jade Cargill, we're building her up again. Jade takes the W. I know I'm losing people. Number 1 contender for the gauntlet. We have an ultimate gauntlet with like all the people we're not using. Ricky Saints, all those guys. And they're going to be the number 1 contender, first one for the undisputed champion coming out of WrestleMania. And Penta wins that.
All right.
Then we have CM Punk versus Cody Rhodes in a loser leaves town match. Loser leaves the company. CM Punk wins, and Cody Rhodes has to leave and retire. There's more to this. So no, it's a 5-year plan, goddamn. But right now, Cody's got to go home.
Well, Eric's face is always because of the bad.
Yeah, but he was giving me a what the fuck.
How can you tell?
The main event of night 2: Braun Breaker versus Obafemi. World Championship unification match. They brawl, they kick each other's ass. It's a war. And then after a half hour, these big beefy men going at it. I know Doug loves big beefy men. They go at it. Braun Breaker wins and unifies the title and beats Obafemi. And the crowd's going nuts. They can't. And then all of a sudden, LA Knight's fucking theme song hits. And he's the Money in the Bank briefcase, so the whole crowd goes nuts. They're getting excited in New Orleans. And then we've panned the backstage, and LA Knight's knocked out. And he's out of it, and he's fucked. And he doesn't know what's going on. But he doesn't have the briefcase. And then all of a sudden, Logan Paul's theme music hits. With Paul Heyman, who looks very devious and ready to get his revenge on Braun Breaker. The Vision comes out with him. Bronson and Theory rough Breaker up before. And then Logan gets a cheap shot with the brass knuckles. They start the match. Logan cashes in and wins the undisputed championship. The newly undisputed championship. Going out of WrestleMania. We have a perfect heel turn, just better than Seth Rollins cash in. And Logan Paul becomes the biggest heel in the universe if he wasn't already.
There's only one thing.
What?
Technically, because after you win the Money in the Bank briefcase, you have to sign the contract.
Tell that to Edge and Ken Kennedy. Didn't he beat him up and take it?
He beat him for the title.
Oh, he beat him in a match?
Yeah. So then they switched the contract over to...
Well, Paul Heyman's dad's a lawyer. So they figured out the paperwork. And after they kick LA Knight's ass, they switch the contracts. They do a whole signing. And then he comes out and cashes in and wins the title.
That's a lawyer.
Yo, I can picture that. Like, you can actually have a contract. Technically, you can have a contract already, like, switch them out right beforehand.
Paul Heyman's good for that. Not calling him a Jew, but...
I mean, he is.
But he'd be fine. They would figure out the paperwork. Logan Paul's your undisputed champion coming out. of WrestleMania. I'm done. Eric, you want to show the first part of your slideshow?
Yep. Let's go.
The AEW 5-year.
Oh.
What the fuck?
He hit the. Quit hitting the button.
AEW 5-year plan.
All right, what do we got? Next slide.
All right, tell us what happens in 2026.
Well, obviously, I'm going with what's going to happen. Ospreay and Monet win the men's own cups, and Ospreay and Monet get title shots at London. They both win. And then Kyle Fletcher wins the Classic in December. And I actually added a women's Classic. Sky Blue wins it. I mainly focused on the main card, though.
So you have both Kyle Fletcher and Sky Blue winning the Continental tournaments. Now, does that have to do with the fact that they're fucking?
Oh, I didn't even know that.
Yeah, they're fucking.
Oh, wow.
Oh wow. Okay. So we
Man, I
really
didn't know
go there.
that.
Hey, why you
I
only got
gotta
bring
stay in the loop, my friend.
Huh?
I gotta stay in the loop. I gotta know all this
You're
stuff.
acting like you were there, though.
I swear I didn't know that. I just think it's their time to win something, and especially Sky Blue. I think Sky Blue's turn.
Wait, who's fucking?
Kyle Fletcher and
Sky Blue.
Sky Blue are
Oh,
fucking.
yeah, I know that. That lucky son of a bitch.
And by the way, if Kyle Fletcher is fucking Sky Blue, he's already winning at life.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That is top notch.
yeah, I didn't know that.
Yeah, it is. All right, what else happens, Eric?
I have Darby coming back, beating
Go to the next slide.
Kevin Knight for the. Oh no, that's
Oh, no,
next
that's
year.
all in 2026.
Oh.
Yeah. So I mainly focused on the main card. So
Oh, good. Well, that was way faster and refreshing than mine. All right. Cleneth?
Okay. So in NXT, my plan was to make NXT one of the hottest and I think partnering brand out there. Put it that way. Like my first year, I was going to focus on like before expanding out. Like I wanted to do my first year. I plan on just doing promotional things. You know, as you know, Tony D'Angelo is our NXT champion. I think he's going to be pushed in a big way to do major heel role, defending his title. I guess. Now I gotta remember because I don't watch NXT like that. So NXT, he's gonna be one of the biggest champions because I do love Tony D'Angelo. And this new character heel role instead of leaving with my family and branching out on his own. So he's gonna be one of the top heelish champions I have for the rest of the year. Law of Ice. Lola Vice is another person who's going to have off and on. I do see her losing the championship sometime in the future. See, I don't have anything planned because mine was more like a splashing.
Yeah.
It was more like a here's year 2 where I want to plan out. But losing her championship to Wendy Chow. I want to call Wendy Chow.
Wendy Cho beat Lola?
Huh?
You're going to have Wendy Cho beat Lola?
Yes.
Okay.
I want her. I think I want to give Evolve's chance stars to go. I think I want to use it more as like one of the shocking moments of 2026. Because Wendy Chow will win the Women's Iron Survivor Challenge. Guaranteeing her a shot at what, I guess, New Year's Eve. I'll say New Year's Evil, or is that something? Yeah, New Year's Evil. That's what they do. It's kind of hard to realize what pay-per-views that NXT really does.
That's true.
Stand and deliver.
Stand and Deliver, Vengeance Day, Great American
Yeah.
Bash, Halloween Havoc.
But if it's like Iron Survivor is more like Survivor Series weekend, so I'll guess that
That's
would be
called NXT Deadline.
all right. Deadline. Okay. So be throwing her at deadline.
Fair enough.
Lexus King will be a survivor. Will drop the speed belt because I plan on pushing them to be the next future star in the coming years. I think he's going to drop it to Hank Walker. Hank Walker would be the next temporary speed champion. Lexus King is going to move on to win the men's Iron Survivor Challenge to start a rivalry with Tony D'Angelo headed into deadline.
There you go.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Very good.
Yeah.
I like it.
I do too.
All right, Doug. What are you doing in WCW?
All right. So, first thing we got to do in WCW is we got to make sure there's a television deal. We're going to Fox.
Okay.
We're on Fox. And by the way, Tony Schiavone's new broadcast partner, this is 2001, his new broadcast partner for Nitro, the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels.
Whoa.
Shawn Michaels is going to be on commentary. Now, we also need to crown a U.S. champion. Tournament commences, and the final will be at Spring Stampede 2001, and it's going to be Mike Awesome and Sting with Mike Awesome going over.
Holy shit.
All right. Sugar Shane Helms is going to retain the Cruiserweight title over Jason Jett. At Spring Stampede, Sean Stasiak is going to lose to Conan. Kidman and Rey Mysterio Jr. are going to retain the Cruiserweight tag titles over Psychosis and Juventud Guerrera. The Cat is going to beat Kangan in a First Blood match. We're going to get the return of the Road Warriors. Road Warrior Animal, Road Warrior Hawk. They're going to start a feud with Chronic, and they're going to beat Chronic at Spring Stampede. Chuck Palumbo and Sean O'Hara are going to retain the WCW tag titles against the Harris brothers in a match. In a triple threat match, Jeff Jarrett, Dustin Rhodes, and Kevin Nash are gonna tangle, and Jeff Jarrett's gonna have Ric Flair in his corner. Dustin Rhodes is gonna have his pop, Dusty Rhodes, in his corner, and Kevin Nash is gonna have Terry Funk in his corner. And whoever wins the match, the corner man is gonna be the CEO of the company.
Oh shit. Who wins?
Kevin Nash is gonna win.
Okay.
Therefore, Terry Funk gonna be CEO.
Your mother's a whore.
So then we move on to the WCW title main event inside the Thunder Cage. Booker T is going to beat Scott Steiner. Now, also at this event, they were running an event. They were running a storyline where all the members of Ric Flair's Magnificent Seven were getting attacked, but they never finished it. Well, the reveal is going to be that Macho Man Randy Savage makes his return, and he's the one that attacked all the Magnificent Seven.
Oh shit.
All right. So it's going to start something between Scott Steiner and the Macho Man.
Yeah.
We're going to bring back the WCW television title. Buff Bagwell is going to win that. Bash at the Beach. I have it to where the Bash at the Beach, the WCW main event is going to become the Sunday night program again, and it's going to be the pre-show to all the pay-per-views as well. And nothing really big on the pre-show, but we are going to have Buff Bagwell at Bash at the Beach beat Hugh Morris. DDP is going to beat Kangan in the strap match. Ultimo Dragon's going to make his return and challenge Sugar Shane Helms for the Cruiserweight title.
Oh shit.
And Sugar Shane Helms is going to win that match, however. Also, hold on, I gotta make sure that I'm on that I'm doing things correctly here.
He's got a whole fucking journal.
Yeah. All right. The Road Warriors are going to challenge and defeat Chuck Palumbo and Sean O'Hare for the WCW tag titles. Jeff Jarrett is going to beat Dustin Rhodes in a Texas Bull Rope match. Scott and Rick Steiner are going to take on Sting and the Macho Man Randy Savage, and Sting and Savage are going to win that. Mike Awesome is going to retain the U.S. title against Conan. And in the main event of Bash at the Beach, it's going to be Booker T defending the WCW title against Hollywood Hogan and Kevin Nash. By the way, I'm still having Booker go over.
Ooh, I like that.
So Booker's gonna take out Hogan and Nash. Big debuts coming in. We're gonna have the debut of the Tag Team America's Most Wanted, Chris Harris, James Storm. I'm bringing Samoa Joe in. Cleneth, were you saying something?
No, I didn't say anything.
All right. Rob Van Dam's going to make his debut for WCW. Ken Shamrock's going to come in. I'm bringing Vader back. And I'm bringing in an animal named Batista. Those are all going to be big debuts.
Holy shit.
Now we move on to the Clash of Champions in August of 2001.
So you want the business to stay big.
Yes. So, Clash of Champions, we're going to have Vampiro and the franchise Shane Douglas, and we're going to get the debut of China Doll.
Yeah.
China is going to be in Vampiro's corner. Super Crazy is going to defeat Sugar Shane Helms for the Cruiserweight title. CM Punk is going to make his debut at the Clash of Champions. He's going to beat Brad Armstrong. We're going to get a rivalry renewed for the WCW US title. Masato Tanaka is going to come in to challenge Mike Awesome.
Holy shit.
And Mike Awesome is going to win that match. We're going to get inside the Lion's Den cage. We're going to get Tank Abbott and Ken Shamrock, with Shamrock going over. Booker T is going to defeat Rick Steiner to retain the WCW title. Then we move on to the War Games, where Rob Van Dam beats Buff Bagwell for the television title. Franchise Shane Douglas with Torrie Wilson in the corner takes on Vampiro with China Doll in the corner, and a Stand By Your Man strap match.
Oh shit.
Whoever loses, that lady is going to get 10 lashes from a strap. And we're going to give it to the franchise.
Holy shit.
Super Crazy retains the Cruiserweight title against Sugar Shane.
So who got the lashes?
China got the lashes.
Jesus.
Nature Boy Ric Flair going to take on the Cat at Fall Brawl. If Flair wins, he becomes the new commissioner. If the Cat wins, Flair becomes his assistant. Cat wins. Mike Awesome retains the television belt against Diamond Dallas Page. Scott Steiner will defeat the Macho Man Randy Savage. And in the War Games match, Team Hogan, Hollywood Hogan, Kevin Nash, Jeff Jarrett, and the Road Warriors take on Team Booker, Booker T, Goldberg, Sting, Palumbo, and O'Hare. And we're going to give that win to Booker's team.
Yeah.
So now we know. Now we're going to fast forward all the way to Starrcade. Except for at Halloween Havoc, I do have Vampiro and China defeating the franchise and Torrie Wilson in a mixed tag. Samoa Joe ends Rob Van Dam's TV title run at Halloween Havoc and Samoa Joe becomes television champion. And the British Storm, Ian Harrison, comes in, makes his debut. Now we go to Starrcade at the very end of the year, 2001. And we're going to have Rob Van Dam challenge Samoa Joe for the television belt. Samoa Joe's going to win. Chronic is going to take on America's Most Wanted. The winner's get a tag title shot at Super Brawl 12. It's going to go to AMW. Super Crazy is going to defeat Rey Mysterio Jr. And retain the Cruiserweight title. The British Storm Ian Harrison is going to beat Diamond Dallas Page. Vampiro is going to beat the franchise Shane Douglas in a casket match.
That's sick.
Vampiro is going to beat the franchise.
I like the guys that you're building.
Yeah. Thank you. The Road Warriors are going to defeat Chuck Palumbo and Sean O'Hare and retain the tag titles. Mike Awesome is going to retain the U.S. belt over Rick Steiner. Hollywood Hogan's going to take on Goldberg. If Hollywood Hogan cannot get the win, he's done. Retirement. He's done. Retirement. Goldberg goes over.
Why'd you say that twice?
Well, I announced first that Hogan.
Oh, okay.
Then
so Hogan's gone.
Hogan's done. Done with him. Fuck him. Then the main event is going to be a fatal four-way elimination match. Sting, Kevin Nash, Scott Steiner, Booker T for the WCW Championship. Scott Steiner gets tossed first, I'm sorry. Then Sting, then Nash. Booker T retains the WCW Championship, and that's how we end Starrcade. Booker's still the man.
You did a great job of building some powerhouses like Joe, the British Storm.
The British Storm. Wait till, 2002.
Okay.
The big guys.
So I'm next, right?
Yeah.
Should we just go by year? That seems to be the best way.
Yeah, except for like in 2003, I quit actually writing everything out. I just have like guidelines.
Oh, okay. All right. So my current champions going into year 2 is the undisputed champion Logan Paul, the women's undisputed Io Sky, the undisputed tag champions Theory and Bronson Reed, the intercontinental champion Javon Evans, the U.S. champion Drew McIntyre, the women's IC Roxanne, the women's U.S. Jade Cargill, and the women's tag Bliss and Charlotte. Woo! Survivor Series elimination matches are back, and War Games is gone for now. Even though I don't book any of that. that's just the way it is.
Yeah.
We're bringing back the ice cream bars with the stars on. I'm going full fan service mode.
By the way, we were so rejuvenated before we got on the air. The ice cream truck drove through the apartment complex. It was so
hot, and we got some good cold cream. Oh yeah. But it wasn't like a traditional ice cream truck with the bars and shit. They had like soft serve and shit. It was like an ice cream stand on wheels. It was fucking sick. And I got like a Reese's Pieces soft serve vanilla cone. It was fantastic.
Like it could not have come at a better time. Hot day. We're grumpy.
I remember when the ice cream truck used to come to the news and this is when I didn't have a job, so I couldn't buy it.
Eric, you've been working for 45 years.
Don't remind me, please.
I mean, technically, that was supposed to be a compliment, but
it's all good.
Yeah.
All right. Backlash. Alexa and Charlotte versus Fallon Henley and Laney Reed. Alexa and Charlotte get the dub sack. Javon Evans beats Finn Balor for the IC title. Because now Raw's the A show again, and Netflix is the A show, and SmackDown's still important, but SmackDown's the B show. Matt Cardona versus Gunther in an I Quit match, and Gunther wins, gets his win back. Theory and Reed versus the War Raiders. Theory and Reed get the W. The Women's U.S. Championship, Jade Cargill versus Maxine Dupree, and Jade wins. Drew McIntyre versus Carmelo Hayes for the U.S. Championship. Drew wins. Io and Liv for the Undisputed Championship. Liv has her at the end. Chelsea Green comes in, cashes in, becomes the new Women's Undisputed Champion.
At
Backlash. But she loses to Io Sky 3 weeks later. You can't have your moment forever. It's still better than what Michael P.S. Hayes would do for it. Six-pack challenge number 1 contender match. CM Punk, Roman, Seth, LA Knight, Oba, and Braun Breaker. And Braun gets the W. And then in the main event, Logan beats Penta for the Undisputed Championship. At Judgment Day, because we bring back Judgment Day, Oba Femi beats Royce Keys. The Women's IC Championship, Roxanne beats Steph. Trick loses to Gunther. Drew and Finn Balor for the U.S. Championship. Drew wins. Javon beats Rusev. Io beats Bianca for the Undisputed Championship. Theory and Reed Theory and Reed lose to the Usos. Okay. So the Usos are the new tag champs. And Logan versus Braun Breaker Undisputed Championship. Logan squeaks it out.
Damn.
At the Great American Bash, all that happens is a newly turned babyface Royce Keys wins the U.S. title off Drew.
Okay. That's pretty big.
At SummerSlam, the SummerSlam is becoming a big show for us again, and we want to make SummerSlam important again. And I figured Cleneth would like that because I remember him saying he's a SummerSlam fan. At least I think so.
SummerSlam has always been my favorite.
Someone said they hated it, and someone said they loved it. I forgot who it was. But CM Punk and Oba Femi. That's your least favorite out of the Big Four, SummerSlam.
Yes.
CM Punk versus Oba Femi. Oba gets the W. Sammy and Kevin reunite to go against the Usos. Okay. And the Usos win. Women's U.S. title, Bianca Jade street fight. Bianca wins the U.S. championship. Ethan Page and Javon Evans for the Intercontinental Championship. Javon gets the W. Royce Keys and Gunther U.S. title. Royce wins. Roxanne and Raquel IC Championship. Roxy gets the W. Seth versus Roman in a cage, and Roman finally beats his nemesis.
Wow.
That's SummerSlam. Io versus Rhea, Undisputed Championship. Rhea wins the championship.
So and she finally beats Io.
This is a night of finally beat. Roman finally beats Seth, and then Rhea finally beats Io.
Wow.
And then the big main event of SummerSlam, Logan Paul versus LA Knight. And finally, the man does it, and LA Knight hits him with his finish and beats Logan Paul 1-2-3, and LA Knight is your undisputed champion.
Cleanly.
It's a clean finish. LA Knight Logan tries to cheat multiple times. The Vision tries to get involved, but fucking LA Knight weathers off the storm and ends up winning the championship finally, and it's a big moment. Yeah, and he finally gets his moment. And then you hear The Rock's theme music, and The Rock comes out. And The Rock said, I'm a member of the board. I can do whatever I want. And I've got somebody that finally realized that he needs to think about himself and not the people. And I finally bought a soul. And then fucking adrenaline, hear my song. Then Cody Rhodes' theme song hits. He fucking gives Rock a big hug like he did when he gave him the main event before the fans changed it. And they fucking kiss each other on the cheek. And then Cody goes out. Him and Rock both beat the shit out of a wounded LA Knight. Crossroads, impromptu match. Cody wins the belt back. And Cody's the ultimate mega heel supervillain with Rock by his side. And coming out of this, he's starting a new version of the Nightmare Family. And it's going to have Ricky Saints and Solo and maybe somebody else, like a Joey Gargano. They finally undepressed Joey Gargano. They get him excited.
Johnny's brother, Joey?
Yeah, Joey.
Yeah.
You never met him?
Nah.
Great guy. So we have Johnny.
Probably more talented than
It probably wouldn't be Johnny, but another like big dude, probably taller.
I've met their Uncle Bob.
Yeah. Great guy.
Bob Gargano.
So Cody's the new champion. LA Knight got screwed once again, but at least he had the championship for a few seconds. At Clash of Champions, Uso and Street Profits tag team title match. Street Profits win. Bianca beats Julia. Logan Paul challenges Javon and loses. And then nothing else crazy from that. At the Royal Rumble, Sammy wins. So his previously revoked, he never gets a title shot again. He won the Rumble, so put that in your contract and smoke it, Doug. And then Bianca Belair wins. So we're getting Bianca and Rhea one-on-one WrestleMania Undisputed Championship. All events are back to one night, like we said. Bianca Belair drops the U.S. title to JC Jane at Survivors. Yeah.
In Chamber?
Yeah, Chamber. I typed in the wrong shit, but yeah. Then WrestleMania 44 in Montreal. We're going to Montreal. Trick Williams versus Javon Evans for the Intercontinental Championship. And Trick Willie gets one over and beats that boy Bouncy. And Trick Willie with the lemon pepper steppers gets it done. It's a ladder match, by the way.
Lemon pepper steppers.
And this is like a Razor Ramon, Shawn Michaels. This is supposed to make both of them and be like the hottest thing on the card to open it up. Then we have Roxanne and Blake Monroe for the Intercontinental Championship, and Roxanne wins. EO and JC Jane for the women's U.S. title. JC Jane wins. Seth Rollins and Punk have to team up once again to go against Logan Paul and a new member of the Vision who has turned heel and is a big, burly monster heel now, Otis. And Otis and Bronson Reed are going to start teaming.
Oh, boy. What are they going to be called? Double lock?
And one of them just eats Theory. That's how we write him off television. Yeah. Now we have The Rock and Roman Reigns in Tribal Combat.
Ooh.
Roman wins.
All right.
The big dog beats Rock. Cody tries to help. It's not enough. Ethan Page versus Royce Keys for the U.S. title. And Ethan Page wins. That slimy bastard. We have the Street Profits versus Gargano's not going to be in Cody's group because we have the Street Profits versus Joey Gargano and Finn Balor.
Okay.
And they win the tag titles. We have Fatal Influence versus Charlotte and Becky for the women's tag.
Charlotte and Becky. I thought it was Charlotte and Alexa.
Fatal Influence beat them on one of the other pay-per-views.
Oh, okay.
On the way to here. Alexa's been kind of written off fucking TV. So Charlotte's got to fucking hang out with an old nemesis. And her and Becky win the women's tag belts. And then we have Cody Rhodes and Sami Zayn for the Undisputed Championship. And Sami finally wins the big one.
Ooh.
And the underdog story happens. And then Rhea Ripley and Bianca Belair for the Undisputed Championship. Rhea wins. Mommy's on top.
All right.
Biggest match ever, and that's the main event. After WrestleMania, Sammy does an open challenge and loses the title back to Cody a week later.
Oh, God. Sammy Cardona.
Alexa come back, and the ladies start a heel group called the Mean Girls, and then they end up adding Maxine. So Alexa, Maxine, Charlotte, and Becky are all the Mean Girls now.
Oh, boy.
And Rhea trades the belt with Alexa and Charlotte a couple times. That's basically all the fucking third. Or no, that was all in the second year. I'm getting into the third year a little bit, but all right. Eric, your second year.
Cool. Let's see. A lot more detail here. I have, because there's rumors about AEW doing the show during WrestleMania weekend because of they're being over in Sabi. So I'm gonna do All Out New York at Yankee Stadium and beats Will Ospreay for the AEW World Championship. He gets his revenge from Forbidden Door when I'm assuming he's gonna lose to Will Ospreay. So, when he loses to Will Ospreay, and then I have Athena finally making it through the main roster, beats Monet at Double or Nothing. And then Darby Allin wins the Owen Cup next year. And Alex Winter wins the Women's Owen Cup. Darby beats Swerve at Owen LA, because I think the rumor is LA next year.
Yeah.
And Adam Page beats Chris Jericho, and Jericho in retirement match. Jericho retires next year. That will be at All In. And then Cena retains the title at All In, and then but Alex wins it at All Out. Wait, I messed that up. Shit. Not All Out. I have All Out twice. Shit. Whatever the next paper at Wrestle Dream, I guess. And then Kevin Knight beats Darby at Full Gear.
Oh, nice. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yep. Kevin Knight, because there's a story with Kevin Knight and Darby, so it's going to be a year-long feud.
I like that. Cleneth, what do you have for your second year?
Oh,
All right, so my second year.
Are you still going? I thought that was the end, Eric. I'm sorry.
no, you're good.
That's all of it, right?
Yep.
Okay. Go ahead, Cleneth.
All right, so my second year, I'm starting out at we're going to start out at standing deliver next year. I want to have Lexus King beat Tony D'Angelo for the world title.
Yeah.
But what a hot take is, Nick Mivis, aka Dolph Ziggler, returns.
That's sick.
Wow.
This returns over a caveat. He lost the fire briefcase at TNA. But to get his job back, the fire briefcase says you have to bring back a title from another company to get your job back. He cashes in on Lexus King to win to win the NXT championship. Get his job back and TNA. The next night, I announce Invasion, the big Colossian TNA versus NXT. I'm canceling right before I say I'm going to do this in around probably June. Invasion. I'm bringing back Invasion. I'm going to bring back Invasion. We're going to sign a partnership with TNA, and we're going to have the two companies collide.
That's sick.
Wow.
And I think we see partnership with AEW. I think if it's going to be a bigger brand, we need to work with more stars and give more people access. And it's not just WWE programming. It's going to be TNA, which I'm just going to focus on the NXT part.
Yeah.
All right. So basically, we're going to have champions versus champion. I think in the meantime, but during that time, I think Tony D'Angelo is going to invade to beat Mike Santana for the TNA championship, setting up Nick versus Tony, champion versus champion. We're going to have the Hardy Boys take on the best of the best, tag team champions versus tag team champions. Which we got the Hardy Boys losing. Sorry, I just did some champion. Oh, man. Now, yeah, I lost track of where I was at. Okay. Mike Bones is still our North American champion. I'm just going by because I didn't write all this stuff down, so I'm like on this my laptop throwing this at the.
Oh, it's all good. I'm
Yeah.
kind of doing the same thing for the next couple of years.
Yeah, like you have Mustafa Ali beating, coming back and getting a big win over at North American champions. So those are like the three key matches right there, which I want to give TNA the big win for Invasion.
Yeah.
Yeah. And basically it's just going to be a lot of like storytelling between, I guess, different promotions. I'll start to say that Mike Santana will win the Iron Survivor Challenge in the fall, giving him the right to challenge for the title at Deadline, and Mustafa Ali's going to step his game up now. No, he's going to actually trade forces. He's signing back to NWE. Mustafa Ali is coming home.
Oh shit! Your stuff is coming home.
Mustafa's coming home.
That's awesome.
Mustafa's coming home.
There we go.
Yeah,
All right.
I want to end it right there.
All right, Doug, year 2. And then after this, we're just going to go through the rest of our years because I think we all just have kind of basic
just like
outlines.
bullet points.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. So, Clash of Champions in January of 2002. The big things I have happening, I have Ian Harrison, staying on a roll. I have Scott Steiner ending his feud with Macho Man with a win. CM Punk and a young fella by the name of the American Dragon, Bryan Danielson, are going to beat Kidman and Rey Mysterio Jr. for the Cruiserweight Tag titles. Samoa Joe is going to retain the TV title against Dustin Rhodes. RVD beats Lex Luger. And the Road Warriors will retain the WCW tag titles against Booker T and Sting, with Booker turning heel on Sting right after.
There we go. I like that.
All right.
Holy shit. You really built Booker, didn't you?
Now we go to Super Brawl 12. The big thing on the main event pre-show is going to be the franchise Shane Douglas taking on Kidman, with the franchise forming the new triple threat with Chronic. Now, the Super Brawl 12 pay-per-view, America's Most Wanted is going to beat the Road Warriors for the WCW tag titles. Jeff Jarrett and Terry Funk are going to take on Roddy Piper and the Cat. The winners become the commissioner and CEO, which will go to Jeff Jarrett and Terry Funk. Samoa Joe retains the TV title over Kevin Nash. Super Crazy retains the Cruiserweight title over Kid Cash. Ian Harrison will beat Mike Awesome for the U.S. title.
Holy shit.
Total Package Lex Luger will defeat Diamond Dallas Page. Batista will beat Sting. And for the WCW World title, Vampiro is going to win the title from Booker T. So Vampiro is going to be WCW champion.
That's tits. I like that.
All right. Now, at Uncensored, Scott Hall will return and help Kevin Nash beat Dustin Rhodes. The triple threat, Shane Douglas and Chronic, will beat the Filthy Animals, Conan, Ray Jr., and Kidman in a triple dog collar match. Vampiro will retain the title against Booker T at Uncensored. At Spring Stampede, Jerry Lynn will beat Super Crazy for the Cruiserweight title. Totally Buff, Lex Luger and Buff Bagwell will reunite and attack RVD at Spring Stampede. Batista is going to win the Lethal Lottery tournament by defeating Diamond Dallas Page, and he'll earn a title shot at the Great American Bash against Vampiro. Vampiro will defeat Jeff Jarrett for the WCW title at Spring Stampede, and Terry Funk will come out and fire Jeff Jarrett as commissioner for not winning the title.
That's sick.
All right. At the May Clash of Champions, Ian Harrison will defeat Goldberg to retain the U.S. title. Ian Harrison will have help from the Triple Threat. Ian Harrison will join the Triple Threat, and they're going to become the Fatal Four.
Ooh.
The Outsiders will beat Chuck Palumbo and Sean O'Hare for a title shot at the Great American Bash. Mike Awesome will help RVD against Totally Buff at the May Clash of Champions. And also at the May Clash of Champions, Batista will put China Doll through a table, taking her off television.
Oh, that's awesome.
So she will not be in Vampiro's corner for Great American Bash. Now, at Great American Bash on the main event pre-show, Christopher Daniels will take on CM Punk. Elix Skipper and Low Key will help Christopher Daniels, and that'll form the Triple Threat.
Oh, shit.
Terry Funk will name the Macho Man the new commissioner. Jeff Jarrett will come out to try to hit him with a guitar. Sting will come out, leads to a match where Sting defeats Jeff Jarrett. Jerry Lynn will defeat American Dragon Bryan Danielson to retain the Cruiserweight title. Mike Awesome and Rob Van Dam will defeat Totally Buff. Samoa Joe will retain the WCW television title against Rick Steiner. America's Most Wanted will get the win over the Outsiders in a tag title match. Booker T will defeat Dustin Rhodes. Chronic will go against Goldberg and Sid Vicious, and they will get the win thanks to the franchise and Ian Harrison. And Batista will win the WCW title from Vampiro. Now, heading into the Great American Bash, Shawn Michaels will leave commentary, and he'll join the Outsiders.
Oh, that's sick.
Now we head into the Bash at the Beach.
The Bash at the Beach.
And we will get to... let's see, anything big? Let's see. Kanyon will defeat Rey Mysterio Jr. Conan and Kidman will turn on Ray Jr. and Kanyon will get Tigress, their manager, for 30 days.
Oh, shit.
Triple X will defeat CM Punk and Bryan Danielson for the Cruiserweight Tag titles. Booker T defeats Dustin Rhodes in a bunkhouse brawl. Ian Harrison retains the U.S. title against Sid Vicious. It's all at Bash at the Beach. Mike Awesome will beat Lex Luger. Samoa Joe will retain the TV title against Scott Steiner. The Outsiders and Shawn Michaels will lose to America's Most Wanted and Sting in a six-man tag team Thunder Cage match.
Oh, shit.
And Batista will defeat Vampiro in a Thunder Cage match and retain the WCW title. Also coming out of that, Ricky Banderas and Ray Phoenix will come in and they'll join the Filthy Animals. Ron the Truth Killings will debut the next night on Nitro. CM Punk will turn on Bryan Danielson. Vader will return and attack Goldberg. At War Games, the big War Games match will be Shane Douglas's group with Ian Harrison and Chronic. They'll team with Vader to take on Goldberg, Chuck Palumbo, Sean O'Hare, Sid Vicious, and Rob Van Dam, with Goldberg's team getting the win. CM Punk will win the television title at Halloween Havoc over Samoa Joe. The Jeff Jarrett will defeat the Cat at Halloween Havoc in a loser leaves town match, so the Cat is gone.
Yeah.
He's out. Now we move on to Starrcade 2002. Nothing really big on the pre-show, but on the main show, Ron the Truth Killings will defeat Jerry Lynn for the Cruiserweight title. Mike Awesome will defeat Ricky Banderas. Chronic will defeat America's Most Wanted for the WCW tag titles. The Steiner Brothers and the Outsiders and the Road Warriors in a triple threat match. The losers of the fall must break up. The winner gets a title shot at Super Brawl 13. The Road Warriors get the title shot. The Outsiders have to break up. Yep. Bryan Danielson will challenge CM Punk for the TV title at Starrcade, but lose. Vampiro will beat Jeff Jarrett. Rob Van Dam will beat the British Storm Ian Harrison for the U.S. title. Shawn Michaels will defeat Sting in their first ever one-on-one match. And Goldberg will lose to Batista. Batista will retain the WCW title. And also on that show, Kevin Nash will turn on Scott Hall to solidify the breakup. And that's pretty much it for WCW 2002.
Yeah. All right. You ready to hear the rest of mine?
Yeah.
I liked your shit, Doug.
Thank you.
You and Eric were both killing it, and so is Cleneth. All right. Into my third year, and this is all very just Rumble and WrestleMania pretty much. Rhea trades the belt with Alexa and Charlotte a couple times throughout the year. At the Rumble, Oba and Sol Ruca win their Rumbles.
Okay.
WrestleMania 45 is in Buffalo. We have the undisputed title with Rhea against Sol Ruca, and Sol Ruca wins the championship.
Okay. Is WrestleMania going to be in August that year? That's the only way Buffalo's getting to WrestleMania.
Yeah. CM Punk versus Trick Willie, and Trick Willie wins. Ethan Page versus Carmelo Hayes to unify the Intercontinental and U.S. championships.
Okay.
And Ethan wins it. Roman Reigns versus Braun Breaker. Braun Breaker wins it. Nick Aldis and Matt Cardona versus Dark State for the tag belts.
Oh, my God.
Nick Aldis and Matt Cardona get the shock win.
Uh-huh.
We got to give Cardona a shock WrestleMania win every couple of years. Javon Evans and Jey Uso. Javon wins. Liv Morgan comes out and does an open challenge to anybody that can try and beat her. And Miss Parker, we call up Jada Parker, and she answers it and beats her.
Yep.
We have Charlotte versus Becky in a one last time ladder match to unify the Intercontinental and U.S. Championship. The Mean Girls are far broken up by now. That happened a few months earlier.
Okay.
So it's Charlotte versus Becky, one last time ladder match. Unify the belts here. And the man does it. I know you hate that, Doug, but who would have thought you'd be rooting for Charlotte?
I know.
But the man gets it done. And she's a babyface by then. Oba Femi versus Cody Rhodes, and Oba dethrones Cody.
Wow.
Cody's big heel turn and runs over. And Oba wins the championship. At next year's Rumble, Javon Evans and Jordan Grace win their Rumbles. So there you go, Cleneth. I'm pushing Javon. And then at WrestleMania 46 in Wembley, Jordan Grace loses to Stephanie Vaquer. And Oba beats Javon. so his push doesn't last that. And then the Royal Rumble the next year, Trick Williams and Blake Monroe win. And even though Trick Willie wins, there's a lot of shenanigans of the weeks pulling up, and we get a WrestleMania 2000 type deal where it's a 5-pack challenge. And the winner's like the undisputed champion and the future of the company moving forward with Oba, Braun Breaker, Ethan Page, Trick Williams, and Javon Evans. And Trick Williams comes out the undisputed champion. And the Lemon Pepper Stepper is the future of the company.
Wow.
And Blake Monroe beats Liv Morgan, and Liv passes the torch to her. That's my 5-year plan.
All right. It's a good one.
Eric? Thank you.
Let's go.
Oh, shit.
So before the year, AEW hires Scott. What's his name? Forgot his name.
Who?
Oh, shoot. Oh, Demore.
Scott
D'Amore?
D'Amore.
Yeah. So he's the new like on-screen guy. He's in charge, and then he gets rid of most of the titles because there's too many titles. So no more trio, no more. Basically, he just kept the TNT International, TBS, and then Women's Championship, and then obviously the two big titles and the tag titles. So get rid of all the other titles that shouldn't be in place. But and since then, AEW's TV deal is over at the end of 2027. They're gonna sign with NBC Universal, and NBC Universal is gonna say it's gonna tear up the last year of SmackDown's contract and sign with AEW. So
That's
AEW will be on USA.
I love that.
I do too.
Pay attention, Eric.
I am paying attention. Man. Pay attention. No,
I'm gonna say, fuck you, whatever, TKO. I'm signing with Tony Khan.
Fuck TKO.
So
What if it's
Sky Blue
2030?
finally winning the world title against Alex Winter. Will Ospreay beats Kevin Knight for the title at Dynasty, gets his second reign and double turn. So Ospreay turns heel. Kyle Fletcher wins the Owen Cup. Julia Hart wins the Owen Cup for the women's. And then you get Kyle Fletcher versus Will Ospreay, all in London. Fletcher wins. You get two. We know the story between those two best friends. So Kyle Fletcher beats Ospreay for the title. Sky Blue retains against Julia Hart, and then Tashishma wins the Continental Classic, and then have Nightingale win the women's one. 2029. Tashishma beat Kyle Fletcher for the AEW World Title at Revolution. Tony Storm beat Sky Blue. It's been a long time since Tony Storm won the title, so time to give her back the title. She beats Sky Blue at Revolution for the title. Then Okada wins the men's world title, all in Tokyo. No, he gets the title shot all in Tokyo. So I'm in 2029.
All in Tokyo. I like that. That's pretty cool.
And then Tesla wins the title Owen Cup. And then Okada wins the world title at all in Tokyo against Tashishma. Tashishma wins the world title against Tony Storm. Yeah, Tony Storm. Adam Page wins here's the curveball where Adam Page gets back in the title picture. He wins the Casino Battle Royal and gets a future title shot. MJF beats Okada at World's End, and Okada retires. So MJF
shit.
retires Okada.
The greatest in the world. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
I like that shit.
Damn.
Good shit, Eric.
Because Okada, MJF will have that to brag about for years to come. And Adam Page beats MJF finally at Double or Nothing, win his third title. Nightingale wins the championship against Tekla at Double or Nothing. Double or Nothing. Kenny Omega wins the Owen Cup during the title shot, all in London. Jamie Hayter wins the Owen Cup to win during the shot. Adam Page versus Kenny Omega, title versus career. Adam Page retains, Kenny Omega retires. And then Jamie Hayter finally wins the world title that she really never lost. I know it takes like 5 years, but
That's pretty sick. I love that plan. That's a great plan.
I do
AEW
too.
is going to thrive under Eric,
Yep.
under Easy. Sean was wrong. It's way better than
Well,
that
he's usually wrong
WCW
anyway.
bullshit.
That's why he hasn't
Thank
won
you.
the power yet in the T-shirt contest
Huh?
that we've been doing in the gauntlet. Sean, he doesn't know how to win a power.
He's dumb. All right. No, I love him. All right, Cleneth, what are you doing for the rest of your tenure?
The rest of my tenure, I want to look at it like this. It's kind of hard to say because the way I look at it, since NXT, TNA is more like the middle. I expect like people, Daniel, to take some of these guys off my hands, and I want to. So
I
this
don't
is
know if I'm
all-
going to be able to take any of them. I might be dead by the time 2027 rolls around. Remember, I'm an old time promoter.
Yeah. Well, I'm sorry. I want to unalive you, Doug, and you're going to take some off your hands too. I'll send them in my time machine, and you can use them. How about that?
Yeah, because unalive means kill him. I think you just said you were going to kill Doug on accident. I think
He's like no. I think he's gonna I have my body frozen so I can come back.
Yeah, what do they call it? Cryographics or whatever, cryo chamber or something like that.
So,
You freeze the body. Yeah,
Walt Disney is
chronologically frozen or something like that.
yeah.
Or cryologically or whatever the fuck it is. But so Cleneth is going to freeze me so I can survive the 20 years. Not get addicted to heroin.
what the fuck?
You know how promoters are.
Oh.
Yeah.
I mean, Jesus Christ, Herb Abrams, old promoter, yeah, he died covered in cocaine and hookers.
Oh God. Well, what a way to die. Which one is that?
That's what I'm saying. Good
Not
for
that I'm
though.
saying that like I would die, covered in cocaine, and I think that's the way to go.
Okay, I'm going to get back to my topic at hand.
You'd have, you'd have Oreo cookies and Playboys. That's what you'd become.
Okay, so I'm going to continue in my plan, building up the new stars. I come in from Evolve. New stars come from TNA. And a couple of years later, we're still doing rivalries on TNA, but I want to add a third one. I think in 2028, 29-ish, I'll bring in back Invasion.
Ooh.
But a three-way dance. I'll partner it up with Ring of Honor.
Even with Tony owning them?
Yes.
Eric gonna allow that? Eric, you cool with that?
Who cares? This is my fantasy, not his.
He's like, fuck it.
Then it's just like fuck that guy. His Wi-Fi's not even allowing him. Man,
It's going to happen. We're going to have the best triple threat matches when it comes to champions versus champions. I think all stars are going to be on each show, battling out for their titles, top titles, and I think it's going to bring in a younger talent to give because I look at it as NXT, Ring of Honor. They're trying to get young stars on TV time, and what better way to get TV time to showcase against other companies and other top stars? And that's how I want to do this partnership. Like, I want to trade off. I want to have some Ring of Honor people and TNA on my show. Branch off. They're going to have their rivalries. Going to come back once a year to do a combined show together and branch off. All titles going to be defended on each show. It's going to be like a continuing, not like a one-off 2-3 months and then we get our title back and we go on. No, it's going to be, I look at it as it's going to be a way for a young town to come, get the TV time they need, promoters come, and you get called up to the professional brand whenever they want to. That's how I see NXT going. Partner with the secondary shows, give a young talent as much time, stars as possible to make opportunities to make more, to get to the main roster, which they want to go. What else your dream? Hello?
That's the dream. I like it.
Yeah.
pretty good.
Good shit. All right, Doug. Close us out.
All right. So basically, Super Bowl 13 is going to happen in 2003. Kidman is going to lose his hair to Rey Mysterio Jr. in a hair versus mask match.
Oh, shit.
A couple of the big things that are going to happen are we're going to have the first ever Full Metal Mayhem match where Chronic retained the titles against the Filthy Animals, the Road Warriors, and Mike Awesome and Vampiro. Batista will beat Sting, Shawn Michaels, and Samoa Joe in a four-way for the WCW title. But then the next night on Nitro, America's Most Wanted get their return match against Chronic. And they win the titles, and then Shane Douglas and Ian Harrison turn on Chronic and welcome in Simon Diamond and Johnny Swinger to Final Four. Samoa Joe will beat Batista for the WCW title at Uncensored. Abyss is coming in that year. At Spring Stampede, D'Lo Brown will debut in WCW and beat CM Punk for the TV title. Sting will beat Shawn Michaels at Spring Stampede in an I Quit match. And then, let's see, the big thing that is going to happen at Great American Bash will be Simon Diamond and Johnny Swinger defeating America's Most Wanted for the tag titles. Vampiro has to wrestle 2 matches that night against Kevin Nash and Booker T. Beats both of them. Batista beats Sting. And then basically here's how the title will go chronologically. Because Shawn Michaels will beat Samoa Joe for the WCW title at Great American Bash. But then Mike Awesome will beat him at Halloween Havoc. He'll hold the title for a few months until Jeff Jarrett beats Mike Awesome at Super Brawl.
Okay.
Sting will beat Jeff Jarrett at Bash at the Beach in 2004. Kevin Nash will beat Sting at Starrcade 2004 for the WCW title. DDP will beat Kevin Nash at Spring Stampede 2005. Abyss will beat DDP for the title at Bash at the Beach 2005. At Starrcade 2005, RVD will beat Abyss. And then, so RVD ends there. CM Punk will become the U.S. champion in July 2004. He'll hold the title until February of 2005 when he gets beat by Jeff Hardy.
Yeah.
AMW and Simon Diamond and Johnny Swinger are gonna continue their blood feud for the tag team titles, which will culminate in a tag team Thunder Cage match at Starrcade 03 with Simon Diamond and Johnny Swinger losing to AMW. AMW will be the pillars of the tag team division for many years.
Oh, shit.
Also, Abyss will have a big run. We're going to get, and that's, Ian Harrison's going to become a major star. Batista's still going to be a major star. We're going to get a match between Goldberg and Abyss at some point. So that's pretty much what I got.
Very nice. I think we all did a great job. We're all damn good bookers, and we'd all be better than TKO, goddammit.
Yeah.
Yep.
But that was fun.
That was
Sometimes
fun.
it's nice to take a break from reviewing and doing other shit to armchair quarterbacking. We will do something like this again in the future. I'm going to be on sabbatical for the next couple weeks.
Wow, where are you going?
I'm our dad's in town next week, so we got to vibe with him. And then the next week I'm going to Kentucky. Louisville, Kentucky to drink my bourbon and eat my steak with my buddy.
Oh, so we have the next couple of weekends off. That's what you're trying to tell me?
I have next week off, or we all have next week off, and then I'm off the next 2 weeks, and you guys are probably doing a show. I'm sure Doug will want to keep the boat rolling.
Yeah. So in 2 weeks we'll do it. In 2 weeks we'll do a show. So we can take next week off. But then in 2 weeks we'll do a show, and
I can come out with an idea.
I mean, I got a show idea we can do. If you want to do a review.
Okay.
all right, Cleneth, go ahead. You rarely get to pick the shows.
And he picks good ones. But
So how about we do Ground Zero 97?
Is that the
In your house, the first after SummerSlam of 96.
and that's when they turn the In Your Houses to 3 hours, right?
Yes.
All right. I'm down.
In Your House 97?
And
In
you're
Your
out
House,
97.
Ground Zero 97, the first ever Shawn Michaels Undertaker one-on-one.
I
And
think it was Bret Hart versus a Patriot.
yep, I remember that. And all right, so that'll be 2 weeks. So that'll be July, or not July. That'll be June 26th.
All right,
Okay.
guys.
And that would if that's show on YouTube or Netflix.
That's
It
on
should be on
Netflix.
Netflix. Right,
Netflix?
Cleneth?
Yeah, it's on Netflix.
All right. All right. Tomorrow night, 6 p.m. Eastern Time on the When Tunes Combined YouTube channel. It is the Ampersand Gauntlet. And it's going to start off with Pinky and the Brain and Ren and Stimpy. Then Alvin and the Chipmunks will come in. Then Captain Planet and the Planeteers. Then Jem and the Holograms. Then Tom and Jerry. Then Garfield and Friends. And Rocky and Bullwinkle will end it. The T-shirt gimmick will be back for that show. So the guys will have the opportunity to guess how many shirts I have on. I hope to God that I end up removing some shirts tomorrow, because if I have to spend an hour and 6 shirts, I am going to sweat to death. I'm going to be begging the ice cream man to come back.
Yeah.
You know what? I hope you get to spend that, because you shouldn't do that in the first place. 6 shirts tomorrow. Are you
It's part of the
stripping mine on the
contest
show?
for the show, Cleneth. And damn it, it
really
gets us
depends on the
ratings.
categories.
And it gets us ratings too. So ever since we started doing the gauntlet stage, our ratings have been
I love
popping.
the idea.
Yeah. So, all right, that's all I got. Eric, make sure you do some clipping.
Yes, sir.
Clip.
Daniel, we'll see you in 3 weeks.
Flip it up.
All right, clip it up. Dizzle, we'll see you in a few weeks, and we'll see everybody else in 2 weeks. Ground Zero in Your House 97. I'm looking forward to it, because it's one of those shows I have not seen in years, and I've only seen it once.
So there
Yeah,
you
me
go.
too.
And technically, that was my first pay-per-view.
Oh shit.
Wow.
Yeah.
I will miss you guys dearly.
Good choice,
You kill that shit. Have
We
fun.
will. All
All
right.
Later.
Deuces. Bye.
Later, guys.